Good morning, everyone. Before I take a sip of my coffee, I want to show off my new mug I got from Pastor Harold and family over at Solid Rock Baptist Tabernacle. I preached there at a youth rally on Friday evening, and they got us these really nice mugs. It's got our church name on one side, and then on the other side it says, "Never let up." You can let down. I've let lots of people down, but never let up. No, I'm kidding, of course. I do like that theme, never let up. It's speaking of which, let me take a sip of my coffee and not let up on that. All right, let's get into the Bible. Matthew, chapter number 6. We're going to look at verses 19, 20, and 21. The Bible says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal." And verse 21 is the kicker here. "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Very powerful verse, very well-known verse. I'm sure you've heard it before. In fact, I'm going to say it again. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Now, that's not just talking about, specifically, where you invest your money, whether, if you invest more in stocks than bonds, then your heart is in stocks. No. If you look at the verses, it's really just two things that it's talking about. Treasures upon earth or treasures in heaven. That's all that it's talking about. Where your heart is, there will your treasure. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Earth or heaven. What are we living for? Are we living for the temporary things here on earth, or do we have a more eternal viewpoint in life and laying up treasures in heaven? And this is a very, very important thing to consider in our life, because the devil has 1,000,001 things to distract us on this earth and get us invested in things that we're going to have to leave behind. I mean, what can we take with us here? Right? Like this microphone. I'm not going to take this to heaven with me. Even the camera that I'm looking at right now, I'm not going to take that with me. And even this computer, this laptop that I'm using to record this and put all this together, I'm not going to take any of this stuff with me. All of this stuff on earth is simply a means to an end. And what is that end? Number one, to strengthen my relationship with God. And then number two, to reach souls for Christ. That's it. That is how you lay up treasures in heaven, because you cannot take things with you, but you can take souls with you. That's the only thing that you can take with you. If you win a soul to Christ, then you'll see that soul in heaven. Those are the treasures in heaven. The treasures in heaven are not gold. They're not silver, okay? From what we read in the Bible, in the New Jerusalem, there's going to be streets of gold. Think about that, streets of gold. So in heaven, gold is so worthless. They make pavement out of it. It's just pavement. That's it, okay? Because that's not the real treasure. What God treasures in heaven is not gold or silver or cash or stocks or bonds or houses. It's people. It's souls. So I ask you, Christian, where are you laying up your treasures? Are you investing your life in other people? Or are you just investing it in things that you're going to have to someday leave behind, that's going to rust and get old and could possibly get stolen by a thief? Because you see, a thief can't steal a soul, right? Nobody can. Once you belong to God, you belong to God forever. So I challenge you, invest your treasure in the things of heaven, in people, and there will your heart be also right along with where God's heart is. I'm going to stop right there. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining. I can't wait to see you in church, and I guess we'll see you in a little bit. All right, bye-bye.